Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Bird time.
That's right, kids. Nighthawk returns! And the Defenders on a brand new episode of Marvel Tales! I have Phil joining me, as always, Defender for a minute. It is!
Justin the Elf swooping back in to talk with Phil about another Defender story for Defenduary. It continues.
Not a Nighthawk, a Justin the Owl.
Yeah. Although I do love Nighthawk. Reading these Defenders issues has given me another appreciation for Nighthawk.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss at the end of this, because, we'll discuss Nighthawk at the end of this, but,
yeah, because he has some solo stuff.
Yeah, there is something that comes after this that I've never read that maybe we should cover here eventually.
Yeah, nice. I like that idea.
All right, so yes, well, tonight we're going to be doing a two-parter that begins in a Captain America issue and both of them written by one of our favorite writers, Mr. J.M. DeMatteis.
Yes. I love this story, too. This is a great one.
Oh, yeah. So, you read both of these before?
Yes, I had. It's been a while, though.
Yeah.
And I read them out of context of the other stuff that was going on around them.
Mm.
So when they kept referring to the professor, I kept thinking, who is the professor? Who's the professor? And then, of course, years later, it became obvious. But, yeah, it's been a while since I've read both of these, so it was really nice to go back and revisit them both again.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember if I read both issues consecutively. I don't think I did. I think I read either the second part first or the first part and then the second part later on, much later on. But it definitely wasn't consecutively.
Yeah, I'd read this Captain America like way before I ever read the Defenders issue.
Maybe that was how I read it too. I can't remember.
Because I know getting back issues, I was getting Cap issues, and I read this before that.
Yeah, it was just some random back issues that I got. It was like a pile of Defenders, and that issue happened to be in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, I think I'm gonna have to make a trip next week after Christmas, because source at work told me a comic book store I usually don't go to. I guess they have a whole separate room for dollar comics.
Ooh, nice. A whole separate room?
Yeah, but then he says, now they're on sale. He says, they're half off. I'm like, 50-cent comics?
Ooh,
yeah.
Give
me a cart.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that.
Although it's funny, one of my pet peeves, he goes, they're in no order. I'm like,
oh, really? They're just all mixed up?
I guess. I've come across this before, and I hate it. I'm like, what? I'm supposed to spend hours here just digging through, stuff you just threw in a box?
I mean, that can be fun for a couple of hours. Like an hour or two. I love that. But after that, it's like, ugh, I got to stand here all day digging through this stuff.
Might have to tell the family I might have to go solo, because you might not want to stand here for...
Right.
Although it is in a mall, so...
Okay, so they can go off and do some other stuff while you sit there and talk through those. Absolutely.
I'm sure my son will have some money or something burning a hole in his pocket after Christmas.
Yeah. He'll want to go to the arcade or something.
Yes. All right.
They have an arcade in the mall where you are?
Well, like I said, that's a mall I haven't gone to in years. I can't remember. I don't even know what they have up there anymore.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to these issues, because the king of podcasting has a busy night ahead of him tonight.
That's right. I've overbooked myself tonight.
Just be careful. You start podcasting more and more, and then you go mad. And then first you go mad like me, and then you go mad like Ray, and the only thing that can calm you is Marvel Snap. Like a wild feral beast hunting the woods for more Marvel Snap.
And the only internet is Snap.
Give me Snap.
It's a lot of meat.
All right. So yeah, this crossover begins in Captain America 268. So close, Lilith.
So close. Oh, man.
April 1982. Peace on Earth, goodwill to man. Writer, of course, friend of the show, J.M. DeMatteis, penciler Mike Zeck, inker John Beatty, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Jim Novak, and editor Jim Salicrup. Cal Richmond, Gargoyle, Valkyrie, and Hellcat of the Defenders have been captured by August Masters and his minions who have been manipulating psychics for their own goals. Taking Richmond out of his holding cell, they allow him to revive and place him in a wheelchair as it is daytime and his mobility only comes to him at night. I'd forgotten all about this.
Me too, yeah.
Masters explains to Cal that everything he's told him to date has been true except for one glaring fact. He is not a member of the CID because the CID does not exist.
If we told you about CID, we'd have to kill you.
While in Brooklyn, Steve Rogers is walking Bernie Rosenthal back to her car after they watched the latest Indiana Jones movie. As Steve critiques the movie's less than noble main character, he is silently recognized by a man passing by on the street. As they enter the car, Bernie expresses that she is in love with Steve, and when Steve finds he cannot say it back to her, mostly because he hasn't given much thought about his feelings for her, it ruins their date, and Bernie angrily asks Steve to drive her home. In that VW bug.
Very classy.
Yes. Back at his apartment, Steve tries to get to work on his latest work assignment, but can't keep his mind off sorting through his feelings for Bernie. He is suddenly jolted by a mental attack that attracts the attention of Bernie and their neighbor Josh. Brushing it off, he shoos them away so that he can go into action as Captain America. Realizing that it was a mental cry for help from the telepaths and former American dreamers Ursula Richards and Philip LeGuine, Captain America rushes to their home as he recalls his previous encounter with them. He arrives too late and is given another mental flash showing men loading the unconscious telepaths into a truck. Unable to track down the truck, Captain America decides to make use of his connections at S.H.I.E.L.D., where Dum Dum Dugan supervises the use of a mental probing device that will sort through the mental flashes given the Cap in the hopes of learning where Ursula and Philip have been taken. Although the machine is overloaded, the location is clear, a sleepy town in the mountains of Colorado. Back in the base of August Masters, Masters explains to the helpless Richmond that, while his organization is not affiliated with the government, all its members are true patriots.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, where have I heard this before? Who seek to protect America's best interests and make it great again.
That's right. America.
I was joking with somebody at work today or yesterday. They were like, "Oh yeah, so and so likes anime." And they're like, "What are you into?" I said, "Marvel and DC, American comics, America." Captain America, America. He takes Cal to see Mindy, who is in pain due to the probing of their machines.
Yikes.
Kyle, now mobile, goes to her side and pulls her free. When Cal demands some answers on what they are planning, he is shocked to learn that Masters is hoping to orchestrate World War III.
Also sounds familiar.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Captain America puts on a disguise and rolls into the town, and by posing as a scientist researching strange UFO activity in the area, he gets a lift to the mountains to see the location of supposed weird happenings by one of the locals. Sure enough, the man is one of Master's men, and he brings Cap right to the mouth of their base, where he is confronted by some of Master's guards. Once their attack removes his disguise, Cap easily dispatches the guards and fights his way into the complex. However, he finds himself confronted by Masters and his guards who have their guns on him, forcing him to surrender, because they threaten the hostages. Elsewhere in the complex, Ursula and Philip use their powers to revive Hellcat, Valkyrie, and Gargoyle, who break out of their cell. While this is happening, Captain America is being shown through the complex, and Masters explains to Cap his plans. Using the captive psychics, he intends to use them to launch a mental assault that will destroy all of Russia, so that America's enemies might be rushed. Finding such a plan to be disgusting, Cap calls Masters a lunatic and attacks. Just then, the alarm goes off, warning August of the Defenders' escape. Although the heroes manage to free Mindy, Ursula, and Philip and try to make a break for it, August forces them to retreat when he tells them that he's activated the base's self-destruct and that only he can shut it down. With no other choice, they surrender to Masters and are all locked up. Kyle is left free, and the former Nighthawk wonders how he can contact Doctor Strange and get help. Picking up his thought, Mindy sends a mental call for help out to Doctor Strange. That's right. We need help, We need help, Doctor. Get some Strange.
And she looks like she's straining very hard to process that message.
Well, yeah, I got to shoot it from Colorado to New York. And then you figure, Strange probably has some kind of defenses against mental assaults around the Sanctum. True. Yeah.
Yeah. But she also looks like she's straining for another reason.
Whoa. Well.
She needs a little bit more fiber in her diet.
Captivity can be rough on you.
Well, yeah.
But yes, all these guards are dressed like Roman centurions.
Roman centurions. I wonder with bright purple guns.
I wonder who the professor could be. Yeah.
I wonder. And what was the hiring process for these henchmen? By the way, as during the orientation day, by the way, your suit is going to consist of Roman centurion armor. You're going to have bright purple guns to carry around. And the dude that's going to be bossing you around is a chain smoker with a forest green checkered suit and lime green pants, just so you know.
Yes.
But we've got a great 401k.
Yes, and your boss will be a Henry Gyrick cosplayer.
I was kind of surprised in this issue that Cap was taken in by August Master's threat at the end when he threatens to blow up the whole complex. Because to me it would have been like, well, he would have seen this guy as a megalomaniac who probably wouldn't be so inclined to kill himself. Like if he was out of the building, then definitely. But because he was standing right there, because he would be the one dying in the midst of all this, I was kind of surprised that Cap didn't try to call his bluff on that. But.
Yeah, but I mean, I know especially this era, like Demon Teus is right now, where Cap, he's not the guy who gambles with innocent lives, and
that's true. Yeah, he's a super.
If it was just Cap, he might have, but yeah, if there's innocent people, yeah,
right.
But yeah, I mean, and again, it almost seems like they back down a little too easily. Because I mean,
yeah, it's like they're almost there, and then he says that, and he's got his finger right over the button, and then that's it.
But yeah, that hiring process for those Roman centurions. I mean,
and by the way, another part of the interview. By the way, you're going to be fighting lots of superheroes all the time. Just so you know, just to forewarn you.
And the big boss, yeah, he might look different from time to time because he's been known to switch bodies. Yes,
that's true. Yeah. And he's known to fly off the handle at a moment's notice.
Yeah. Oh my god! But yeah, when Cap goes to Shield, that Shield agent, that Gale Runsitter, all I remember is like. I think it might have been even a Marvel team up issue, or like she like throws herself at Cap, and he's like,
"Oh, really?"
He's like, "No, I'm kind of with someone." She's like, "Well, she doesn't have to know," and it's like, "Holy crap!"
She doesn't have to know.
Yeah, literally, that's what she does. I mean, she later apologizes to him, but he's all disgust. He's Mr. Goody Two Shoes. She's disgusting. Wow. It's just like.
That's funny.
Damn, you're throwing yourself at the the purest guy in the country. You're just like, hey, how am I just?
She's like, what happens on the Shield helicarrier stays on the Shield helicarrier.
I know. She really wanted. I mean, she came on strong. She really wanted to polish that shield.
That bright yellow bodysuit,
Well, I mean, look at him. Can you blame her, Justin? Come on.
Well, no, I can't. Especially with Mike Zeck drawing Cap. I mean, my God, it's gorgeous.
One way trip to Biscuit
Town. That's right. And this whole little conversation with him and Bernie is so funny. I'm like, oh, Bernie, you still haven't gotten it yet. Like, you still haven't figured it out. Oh. He's not like other guys. He's from the 1940s. You have to use a different approach with him.
Well, I think they show too that from time to time she's like, boy, he's so old fashioned. That's kind of what tracks are doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I like Bernie. She's like my second favorite Cap girlfriend after Diamondback.
Yeah, Diamondback's still my favorite. Yeah, but I like Bernie too. Yeah, I love this era of Cap. I really do. This is one of my favorites.
I mean, Sharon Carter's okay, but I don't know. That whole thing's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Because at first it was like, oh, in World War II, I did. Well, first it was sisters, then it became aunt and niece, but it's like
Aunt
still,
and
it's
niece,
like that was the first one got old. Let me get the younger version. Okay.
Yeah, you look like Peggy. Yeah.
Boy, wow, oh, boy, you kiss better than your aunt, well, sister or aunt. Wow, however we're doing this, yeah.
Keeping it in the family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keeping it in the family.
Howdy, y'all!
I'm sorry, Russell. I had to do it.
We also get a great scene in this issue where Cap goes into disguise.
Oh yeah.
I love it when he goes into disguise. He gets the wigs out and all this stuff.
But it's so funny. It's the big comic book trope where they take off the rubber mask and he's wearing his Cap mask.
He's wearing his Cap mask. That must be hot under there. You've got 5 different masks layered on.
I mean, at least that's more believable when like Batman wears a rubber mask and he's still got like the big battier mask underneath it,
poking out underneath.
Or the ears were down and just like pop. I don't know that one. Yeah.
Batman, my favorite character.
Check. All right.
And he's got his shield conveniently concealed underneath that leather jacket too.
Yeah, because that's never noticeable.
Yes, I love it. I love it when Cap goes into disguise. It's fantastic. And he's drinking at the bar, and it talks to that old dude to give him a drive up into the mountains with his Jeep. So good. Yeah, modern comics would have hand waved this whole sequence. We wouldn't have seen any of this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen any of this stuff, but it's great.
Well,
we get the details.
I was gonna say I don't know if we a lot of times we wouldn't even show Cap drinking a light beer, but I don't know. We really don't see him take a sip though either.
That's true. Yeah. That might have been Perrier too, for all we know.
I mean, I guess, and again, too, Cap might just be like, well, it might set off people's suspicions by going there and order like milk or something. So
yeah, right.
But yeah, no, I love the fight with the guards and stuff. Yeah,
that was great. Valkyrie with her sword, swat is the sound effect as she hits them all with it.
Yeah, and I know last time we got the rest of these defenders, but now we got Gargoyle.
Yes. I was happy that we got to have Gargoyle in this story.
Mm-hmm.
I think he joined just a little bit before this, right?
Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to remember.
If I remember right.
Did he join pre-DeMatteis, or like did DeMatteis bring him in? I can't remember.
I thought that DeMatteis brought him in with his when he took over.
Maybe that's another thing I got to go back and read. I haven't read some of these. There's holes in my Defenders reading. So
me too. Yeah, but these are so fun. Yeah, great kind of stereotypical late 70s Marvel megalomaniac villains. Threatening to kill Russia, threatening to wipe out all of Russia with this massive telepathic attack.
Oh, come on, Cap. They're just a bunch of dirty Reds. Come on.
Come on, Cap. You want to help us.
I know that's how insane Masters is because he's just like, oh yeah, hey Cap, we're gonna mentally murder a whole country by mental assault. Yeah, you're down with that, right?
Right. Yeah.
You love your country, right? Yeah, you're down to murder men, women, and children in Russia, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. You're okay with complete wipe out of the whole country with a telepathic assault. It's amazing.
But yeah, and again, Cap was at a disadvantage because we're rocking out of here with like those telepaths aren't really like fighters, and we got Mindy in the wheelchair, and
that's true, yeah. And I'd forgotten about these telepaths too that appeared back in what issue was that, 264 or something like that.
Yeah, because what's his face? Morgan McNeil Hardy tried to use them to like rewrite reality and stuff. That because Masters even says that in this issue. He's like, yeah, we weren't down with that. That was not our plan.
That was crazy. The Psi Inducer, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Cap 264. It says in the editor's note. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and reread that one too.
Oh, we should do a Morgan McNeil Hardy episode because we could do that issue, and then he like shows up again in like an Avengers issue.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Because everyone's clamoring for a Morgan McNeil Hardy episode.
Yeah, why not? We'll throw them up against the Avengers this time. I like the part where the telepaths are able, Ursula and the kid are able to wake up Gargoyle, Valkyrie, and Hellcat.
Yeah, because they all been like sedated and stuff, and they're like they kind of have to push them awake. Yeah,
I really liked that part. That was cool.
I mean, I guess the same drugs would work on all of them. I mean, Hellcat's a regular human, but Valkyrie, the Gargoyle, I'm like,
they probably had to double up on the doses for those two.
Maybe,
considering they're not technically human. One's an Asgardian and one's a demon.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this artwork, I was happy to once again see the great artwork of Mike Zack. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love anytime that I see he's done an issue, I'm automatically happy about it.
Oh yeah, and I know J.M. DeMatteis said he loves work that was Mike Zack. Yeah,
they do great stuff together. Yeah, this and Spider-Man, and there's a couple of other things that I was trying to remember, but I feel like it was there. Did J.M. DeMatteis do any Daredevil with Mike Zack?
I don't. Nothing's coming to mind, but that would be great to see. Or I feel like or Marvel's doing all those like flashback series. They should give DeMatteis and Zack like a Captain America something to do. Yeah.
Yes. Something to fill in the gaps in between these issues back in the day.
Exactly. Yeah. Because DG Chichester told us, it's like stuff comes to you after decades. It's like I could have did this. I could have did that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I love Morgan. August Masters lays out his plan, and Cap just like, "You twisted lunatic," just like decks him to the floor.
He just punches him. Yeah,
not the response he was looking for. Yeah.
Doesn't waste any time. He just lays him right out.
And that's a hard hit. I mean.
Yeah.
That's the man who punched Hitler, and the first thing we see of this man, he's punching Hitler in the face.
It sent his glasses flying off too.
I know. Oh yeah. I mean, if Masters had flown any further across the room, it would have been a Sal Buscema.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's almost a Sal Buscema.
I almost want to see Sal's rendition of that panel. Just poof.
See him go flying.
Those glasses flying off.
In the next page, though, Cap does lay out like 5 guys with one hand.
Oh yeah, it just goes across him with the shield. Yeah, I love that. I love that move.
The caption says, "It would be no exaggeration to say that the Captain America is the best there is." Well, you're damn right. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he immediately finds the defenders and takes charge.
Yeah. This is a great little issue. Yeah, the only thing, like I said, I was bummed about was how easily Captain America gave in to August Masters' threat.
Yeah, but you think about it too. I mean, August Masters is obviously deranged too, because he's about ready to destroy a whole country for patriotism. So it's like, do you take the chance that he's not, bat crap crazy and would be willing to kill himself and everyone else?
Yeah, that's true. It's just usually my thought is if somebody's that megalomaniacal, they're not going to kill themselves. They're going to wait till they're out of harm's way and then they'll kill everybody else.
Yeah. Which has been funny to see some of those guards standing around going, wait, he's not going to do it.
Wait a minute.
He's not really going to do that, is he?
We didn't sign up for this. Roman Centurion outfits and bright purple guns are one thing, but I didn't sign up to get blown up in this base. We're out of here. You can take your 401k and shove it, Masters.
My kid needed braces. I didn't sign up for this. But that is good. Yeah, so we see Mindy at the end calling for Doctor Strange telepathically,
which is a great way to segue into the part 2.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Should we get there?
Yeah.
All right. So yes. So we also pick up with J.D. DeMatteis' other book at the time, The Defenders 106 from April 1982, The War to End All Wars. Again, J.M. DeMatteis writing, penciler Don Perlin this time. Your 4 inkers, Al Milgrom, Rick Magyar, Sal Trappini, and Jack Abel. Colorist George Rosas, letterer Shelley Lefferman, and editor Al Milgrom. So your editor also was one of the 4 inkers.
Nice. Yeah, Al Milgrom did a lot of fill-in inks
Oh,
at
yeah.
the time, I remember. It was just kind of random issues. You'd find him inking stuff, yeah.
But that's just so funny that, the regular size issue you for. Here we go. Here's the breakdown. Al Milgrom just inked page 1. Rick Magyar did page 2. Trapani did the majority of it, page 3, 5 through 20 and 22, and then Abel did 4 and 21. So.
Oh, wow. It's all over the place.
Yeah, but Trapani did the majority of it. All right. Doctor Strange is struck by a strong mental cry for help from Mindy Williams, informing him that his fellow defenders, Nighthawk, Hellcat, Valkyrie, Gargoyle, and their colleague, Captain America, are prisoners of August Masters, a man bent on using kidnapped telepaths to launch World War III against Russia. Yes, the message hit him Doctor Strange extra hard because it was from an attractive blonde.
His side defenses were lowered just for that reason.
The side defenses were low, but something else was up, kids. But the Eye of Agamotto was awake. The cry is so powerful it momentarily weakens Doctor Strange. Well, yeah, kids.
Superior puss!
However, he realizes the urgency and calls forth his allies to help out. Answering the call are the Son of Satan and the Beast. The latter of the two runs into Daredevil along no stranger to the superior puss himself. Daredevil, along the way, was heading towards Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum to tell Doctor Strange of the capture of his fellow defenders, unaware that Strange would already be aware of it. Scanning Daredevil's mind and also learning the location of August Masters and his goals to use the psychics to kill everyone in Russia, Doctor Strange and his 3 allies fly off the Masters' hidden base in the Colorado mountains. There, Cal Richmond is shown by August a device that the psychics are hooked up to and explains this insane plan to kill everyone in Russia. In order to keep Cal from trying anything, he shows the crippled hero that his allies, Captain America and his fellow defenders, are his captives. Doctor Strange, Son of Satan, Beast, and Daredevil arrive just outside August's base, and Daredevil tracks the location of the secret complex with his radar senses. When Hellstrom attempts to burn through the underground complex with his Hellfire, they soon learn that the base is protected by adamantium. Their attempt at intrusion does not go unnoticed, and when a team of guards come out to investigate the heroes, use the opportunity to infiltrate their ranks by disguising themselves as guards using Doctor Strange's magic. When Masters notices that there were more guards coming back than there were going out, he demands a roll call. The Beast exposes himself to create confusion so that the others can escape and look for their captured friends and bring down Masters' operation. Doctor Strange finds the control room where the attack on Russia is being planned, and he attempts to put the technicians there under his thrall. However, he is attacked from behind and knocked out, shattering his illusion. This would happen as Son of Satan finds Cal Richmond, who is in a strange trance. Damon tries to go after him when his illusion disappears, and he is forced to fight off Master's men who rush him. Daredevil's disguise fails him just as he and the Beast locate the captured heroes, and they also must fight minions of August Masters as well. Richmond enters the control room when the psychics use their telepathic powers to knock through him to knock out the guards. When Masters catches Cal in the control room, he arrives too late to stop him from activating the self-destruct sequence. Now in a standoff with Richmond, August has no time to stop the countdown or free himself. When Doctor Strange revives, Cal uses his newfound powers to push Strange out of the room to stop him from preventing his sacrifice. Doctor Strange then uses his teleportation powers to try and get all the heroes out of the complex. Once they are clear of the base, it explodes. When the chaos is over, they all notice that missing among their numbers are Kyle and the psychics. Strange sheds a single tear for his friend, whom seemingly sacrificed himself to stop a horrible atrocity from happening. All right.
Yeah, big momentous stuff happens in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So did all the psychics die? I don't remember.
Well, the psychics that seemingly die in this issue survive in the form of a combined consciousness that is later absorbed by the Overmind.
Oh, okay. And yeah, we'll be talking about the Overmind in the next episode.
Yeah, so that might tie in, yeah. August Masters also manages to survive to plague the Defenders in later issues. It doesn't say how, but it just says August Masters is going to survive.
Yeah, we see him again. Oh, yeah.
And Cal Richmond is believed dead. However, he actually ends up brain dead and in a coma until he is restored by Mephisto in the Nighthawk limited series from 1998.
98.
So we might I'm thinking we might have to read that. I haven't read that. So.
Yeah, I haven't read that either. And I feel like there's a couple of other solo Nighthawk stuff beyond that, too, that look pretty good.
I mean, we'll get later Nighthawk stuff with other people who other than Cal Richmond, I think. But
yeah, but for this version, though, I mean, this is the last that we see of him until 98. Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I know for the longest time everyone was saying, yeah, Cal Richmond's dead. So.
Yeah, I remember when I picked up the Marvel Handbook Book of the Dead when I was a kid. They had an entry for him in there, and he was wearing the old costume as well, the original Nighthawk costume, the one that looked like Batman.
Oh yeah, of course, because
yeah,
we're supposed to the Avengers, so the Avengers can fight the Justice League. Yeah.
Batman, my favorite character.
That's right. I also love this issue because it brings the Beast into the fold.
Yes,
of the Defenders, and I believe, he wouldn't he stay there until the end?
Yeah,
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, eventually he'll bring in his. But I think. Do we get the new Defenders next time? Was it 112? Was it 112 through 114 or something like that?
I feel like it's close. It's like within the next few issues after this. Yeah.
Yeah, because eventually he'll bring in his buddies, Iceman and Angel.
And Moondragon. We're going to see her too.
Moondragon, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming up soon.
Yeah, because Beast pretty much stays here until X Factor starts.
Yeah.
So this was
I love
this was
that
82.
lineup.
So yeah, it might be like 3-4 years. Beast is here until X Factor starts.
I love it. I think that was my favorite lineup of the Defenders was Beast, Iceman, Angel, Gargoyle, Valkyrie, Moondragon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not this year, kids, but we're coming back to Defenders at some point.
Oh yeah. Definitely. We could do another month too. We could do another month of Defenders easy next year.
Easily.
For sure. Yeah. So many different eras to choose from as we've already seen. Yeah.
Well, as you pointed out, I guess Cap could have took Master's bluff because eventually everyone seems to survive this exploding base. So.
Right. Albeit in an altered form, I guess, with the Overmind thing. I'd forgotten all about that. Yeah. Forgotten all about that.
That's cool. I'm gonna read that Nighthawk. Now I'm like, how the hell did he survive?
Yeah.
If he was brain dead, he wasn't pulling himself out of the rubble. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they explained that the psychics did something before all that happened.
Or does Doctor Strange pull him out and keep it a secret so
Oh yes.
No, he's safe.
They'll do a little identity crisis stuff. Yeah.
And again, I love Daredevil, because they bring in Daredevil and everything. But it's like, okay, if this guy's like about to start war with Russia and everything, and and things are going to go way bad, wouldn't you be calling the Avengers? I'm like, especially with you're like, they have Captain America hostage. You may want to join us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a big threat. Maybe the Avengers were busy at the time.
Maybe. Or at least try. Just be like, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four. I'm sure the Beast has the X-Men's number. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, and the Beast was still like a reserve Avenger.
Yeah,
so he still had his card.
The Beast has everyone's number.
Yeah. I petition for the Beast to be on the Fantastic Four so that he can be the one character that's been on every team.
Yes. You know what they robbed us of? Beast should have did at least some time with the West Coast Avengers.
Oh, totally. I know. Could you imagine him and Simon together? I mean, great. It would have been fantastic. Yeah,
double dating on the town. Yeah, come on.
Man, it would have been great. And the chemistry between him and Tigra would have been phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
I mean, not as far as romantic stuff, but just the banter between the two of them would have been great.
Beast would have been like, how do you brush your fur? Huh?
Yeah, right. Can you give me some pointers? How do you get mats out without shaving?
Oh.
I love it. Yeah, we were robbed of that. I feel like and also the Champions. He wasn't. The Beast wasn't a member of the Champions. So if that ever comes back,
because Angel and Iceman were over there. Yeah,
but I still think the Beast needs to be in the Fantastic Four just for a story, just for one story, so that we can say that he's been on almost every team.
And I know there's a lot more people here, but it's like all of a sudden it seems like we're not doing a lot with Captain America.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I wonder why that is.
I mean, for a story that like crossed over with his book, it's like all of a sudden he's almost like background in this story.
Yeah. He doesn't really get any dialogue at all. Really.
That's what I was gonna say. Did he say? I mean, he gets like one word bubble on the last page, but besides that, does he really say or do anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I know, like, was it the beginning of this? Master says, he like drugged the Defenders and Captain America again. So.
Oh yeah, he's all drugged up. Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah. I also love the part where the Beast is in disguise. He's in the magic disguise. And my identity's been lost. He's all hamming it up. He's like, "Oh, the ultimate crisis of modern man has befallen me. Hey, what's the matter with you? Oh, nothing really. I'm just a closet ham. That's all."
He's just bouncing around.
I love it. See, this is the Beast. This is the Beast that I remember.
I know. I think they're kind of trying to bring this Beast back and undo what they've been doing in the X-Men lately. Yeah. I
hope so. Whenever I read about what they've been doing to him lately, I think it's a war crime. It's terrible.
And in the next couple of months, I think we're finally coming to the end of the Krakoa deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll wrap it up with that then.
I mean, it wasn't in the beginning. The Krakoa stuff wasn't bad. It's just gone on way too long.
Yeah. It's been 5 years? That's a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because for a while, I mean, it seemed like they were treading water for a while. So it's just like
time to switch it up a little bit.
Oh, and if you love the Beast, kids, stay tuned for October.
That's right. We're going to have a whole episode about the Beast.
Early Beast, yes.
Yeah.
How did this Hank McCoy get all furry? Stay tuned for October, kids.
That's right. And you will find out.
For one of our Halloween episodes, yes.
Yeah. What is that? Giant-sized chillers or something like that?
Is it Astonishing...
Astonishing Tales?
Or no, Amazing Adventures maybe or something. It's something like that,
Adventures is one of those, yeah. I love it.
But yeah, that seemed like I mean, we'll get to this in October, but that seemed like a theme they kind of had it in the 70s. Was that the 70s? Yeah, where it's like, oh, let's take a pre-existing character and like turn them like into like some kind of creature.
Yeah, we'll mutate them somehow.
Yeah, like Hank McCoy, Greer Nelson, Tigra. I mean,
yeah, she was the cat for a little while, and then they thought, oh, let's turn her into a werewoman.
John Jameson. Let's make him a werewolf.
A werewolf, an albino werewolf, no less. Yeah, this is a great little two-part story. I love it, and it's a nice little precursor to the Professor Power stuff that we see later on.
Oh yeah,
it's a nice little kind of prologue to all of that.
Mm-hmm. Because we really don't see this, but it's like, on that last page where Cap's like, Doc, what happened? With the people we came here to rescue. So it's like, I'm sure Captain America feels like he failed. But he's like, all these people were dead or whatever.
Yeah. If he only knew that they still live. All of them. Although probably the Roman Centurion guards are all dead.
I know, we don't mention them, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were all running out of there, but you can only run so fast.
I'm calling the union. This don't seem legal.
I love it.
Oh, that's a possible future crossover with Russell and you guys on Gamma Charge. I mean, do some early Defenders. Well, any Defenders with the Hulk.
Oh, with the Hulk, absolutely. Yeah, especially from those first couple of years of the title.
Oh yes, with Silver Surfer and your Biscuit from the Sea. Yeah,
that's right.
Double biscuits for me.
You know it. I'm always up for reading that early Defenders.
I know you're always up for reading Namor. I know.
any day of the week.
Oh, just wait till your birthday, my friend. There's a week in Namor now.
Yes, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, there's so many of these Defenders I haven't read. I want to read. I just look at these covers. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the covers are great too.
Oh,
a couple of painted ones later on. I think
I'm seeing Overmind on the cover of 117.
Okay, yeah. I forget which is his first appearance.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, wait. There might be Overmind on the cover of 112. 'Cause that's what we're doing, right? Yeah.
In the next episode.
Let me see, because I thought that was your pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or am I thinking the wrong thing? Hold on. I open the schedule here. We'll let you kids know what's going on too. All right.
Pretty sure that's right though.
Double biscuits for me. Your stuff's like those new drops are stuck in my head now.
Those are gold. Yeah. Yeah, it's 112, 113, and 114 in the next episode.
Yeah. So,
and yeah, Overmind is on the cover of that.
Yeah, 113. The Defenders plot to stop Overmind as he has Squadron Supreme under his... Oh, we get Squadron Supreme, yes!
Yes. Yep, and there's some Avengers showing up in here.
Oh, yeah, 114, All the Living Darkness, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of my picks, too. I love this story.
Oh, yeah, holy crap, look at that cover to 114. It's like, I see Defenders, I see Squadron Supreme, I see Avengers...
Everybody, yeah, and that was the issue. That was I think my very first Defenders issue was 114, but I got it off the newsstand when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to do this. Yeah, I see. Yeah, because I knew the Defenders had fought Null before, but this is after Zarathos got his hands on him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also written by J.M. Mateus.
Right. Yeah, he created Null.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his. That creature was his creation, and I love it. What a great villain, Null the Living Darkness, as we'll discover in the next episode. Yeah, so good.
I love that. I love the villain Null.
Those boobs scare me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's a villain of a different kind. He hates capitalist vices, which I totally understand.
Oh yeah. All right, so yeah, kids. So yeah, that's our next episode is Defenders 112 through 114. We're gonna get Squadron Supreme, the Overmind, Null. So yeah, Justin picked a big one.
Yeah.
Well, don't you always?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's within my wheelhouse.
All right. So any other thoughts on this? Because we got to keep on schedule here.
Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything. What do you think, Phil? Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's a
great little story.
Yeah, it's a good story, but I think we got it all. Like I said, it's so weird. I don't know if it's just the art but both issues written by J.M. Mateus, but the flavor just seems so different. Maybe because the first one's so focused on Cap.
Yeah.
And then the second one there's barely any Cap.
Yeah. I know, it's strange that he only got like one panel of dialogue in that whole issue. It is a little weird.
I'd say that's the only downside for me. It's like, if you're going to do a crossover, I want to see more interaction with Cap and the others. But again, we have so many characters, I guess, because then Doctor Strange is dragging more people into this.
Right, Daredevil and the Beast and Son of Satan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's almost like it could have been a 3-part story. Like with a third part in going back to Captain America, where you could have got where he he could have been revived and then had a whole extra piece with him.
Well, we could do that. I think it was that 269. We had to do the Team America crossover.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the one.
That's right.
I've never read that. I never read that series. We're gonna have to try to hunt that up because
we should. Just for the hell of it.
I'm sure that's not on the app. It can't be.
Oh god, I'd be surprised if it was Team America. Although they've got brute force on the app, so if they've got that, they could have Team America.
No, it doesn't look like it. I searched Team America, and all it's coming up is Captain America.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god, if we could track down the issues, like I know we're probably stepping on Lost Library of Legends, but it's like, do like forgotten series 1 month, like, Team America, NFL Super Pro.
NFL Super Pro, yeah.
Stuff you probably never heard of, and if you have, only in hushed whispers in the back of like seedy comic book stores.
Yeah. We could do another episode on Brute Force, even though I've already done it on Lost Library of Legends. We could still do it on Marvel.
I've never read it. I don't think.
Oh, you haven't read it?
No.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I'd totally be up for that. We could take a whole month and pick a different one each episode. Yeah, Super Pro.
I've only read the one issue, and I'm just like, whoa.
Night Watch. Night Watch.
Oh. Because I spawned by any other name.
Yeah.
Night Watch.
It could happen.
Oh, yeah.
Anything could happen on Marvel Tales. Right?
Yes. As long as it's Marvel. I said we could cover some old
That's
Transformers.
right.
G.I. Joe. Yeah, those are Marvel.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's right. Old Godzilla comics.
Oh, yeah. Didn't
me and Russell are going to cover those on a future project. So
didn't like Star Trek jump back and forth between like DC and Marvel? I feel like they were DC mostly. Yeah.
Star Wars was on.
Oh yeah.
In the 80s, I remember that, and that lasted for quite a while.
So we can even do that. I mean, Marvel.
Yeah, those old 80s Star Wars, and so I have some of those. Some of those are pretty good.
I have a few of those too.
I remember. I think Ron Friends did the art.
Some of them, yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other stuff that Marvel has done that's off the beaten path.
All right, enough old man reminiscing. We gotta watch the clock.
That's true. That's true. We're on a timetable.
This man's got plenty to do tonight.
That's true.
Hey, all right, kids. So yes. So as we said, next week we'll be covering for the last week of Defenduary, Defenders 112 through 114. So yes, please send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And again, send us feedback. You may win a prize. So
that's right.
And again, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Go buy a t-shirt, a phone case, something. And of course, please subscribe to our Patreon, because again, you never know what you're going to get there. And I promise you, in 2024, Lilith Hellfire will be
more vicious and brutal than ever.
I played that for Will the other night. He was cracking up. That's right, kids. So if you like short women who are
more vicious and brutal than ever,
please subscribe to our Patreon. Find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right. And now for the king of podcasting. Again, he's here every week on Marvel Tales. He is on Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast, twice a month. He is on the last week of every month. Now with added Russell. On We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. Now talking the Azrael ongoing series from the 90s.
So much fun.
Yes. And of course, once a month we do Energon Universe, where again, the two of us and Russell talk the new Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff coming out of Image Comics. So. But there's more, Justin.
But there's more.
All right, so lay it on the table, Justin. What else you got?
If that isn't enough of me, you can also find me on Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is. My pal Russell. We are doing that 3 times a month now, and you can find us with the High Priest of Khonshu and Marvel Snap Champion Ray over, and our pal Sparky over on Predator and Prey, the Yucha podcast. That's twice a month. And Russell and I also have Gone the Form of Man, the Etrigan podcast, where we talk about DC's Demon. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends is still going strong. And in January, I will be talking about a Impact Comics title from 1991.
Ooh.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch. It's me, your old pal, the Owl. I love it.
And we know what it is, kids.
Oh, that's
right.
Oh, that's naughty.
That's right. You know it.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again. One more week in Defenduary.
Send in all your Defenders thoughts in the meantime.
Oh, yeah. And then just wait, kids. In February, we're going to be getting half a month of Hawkeye and half a month of Rom.
Yes. Great. The Archer in the Space Knight.
Yes. Told you. You never know what you're going to get here, kids.
That's right.
All right. Come back next time and play nice with your mental powers.